Good day, listeners from all over the world. You're welcome to your program, our program, High Flyer, a program of the Ministry of Youth and Sports of the Oyo State Government. This is Aloore Radio. We are transmitting live from the JSM studio at the Ministry of Information and Orientation, Agodi Secretariat, Ibadan. High Flyer is a youth and sport program from the Ministry of Youth and Sport that encompasses youth development, also the Sports Council. Today, there is no gainsaying that we have brought to you an icon, and we would like you to sit back, enjoy this program, stay tuned as we unveil the icon and our guest for today. I am your uncle, Opeyemi Oguniyi. Stay tuned. Break one. Okay, we are just back after the timeout. Moving on now, I have the privilege and honor to welcome you all again on behalf of the management of the Ministry of Information and Orientation, on behalf of the Honorable Commissioner and the Permanent Secretary as well as the management staff. We welcome you all to this program. We have with us today no other person but a sports icon, and I have the honor and privilege to introduce to us a sports icon. Let's pause. Continue. I have the honor and privilege to introduce to us a sports icon in person of no other person than the present chairman of 3SC, the Shooting Stars Sports Club. Is no other David Babatunde Olaniyan, also known as Aloore Olaniyan. To this program, sir.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome, sir. Inasmuch that we have already introduced you as the present chairman of 3SC, that is the Shooting Stars Sports Club, popularly called Aloore Warriors, we would like you to say more about yourself. Who indeed is Honorable Babatunde Olaniyan? Kindly greet the viewers at home and tell us more about yourself, sir.
Good afternoon. As you have said, my name is David Babatunde Olaniyan, nickname Aloore from football. I play football, I officiated football, I administered football as match commissioner before this appointment. I've been a graded referee when I left football. I've been at the Oyo State House of Assembly on 2 occasions, particularly as a former deputy speaker. I'm married and blessed with children.
Thank you very much, sir. You have heard it all from our guest for today, a special icon of sporting activities, Honorable David Babatunde Olaniyan, popularly called Aloore. Moving on, sir, we all know that football is a game of love and unity, and it fosters the spirit of sportsmanship. It is acclaimed the world's largest creative network for showcasing and discovering creativity, which brings glory and fame to the state, the nation, and the world at large. Being the present chairman of 3SC, sir, what is your vision for Shooting Stars' future success?
Yeah, thank you very much. Our vision for this is to make sure we have the league title to the league. And however, if we are opportune to win the league, definitely we will be one of the teams that we have the continental ticket, because the first to touch top will go for continent, while whoever that's have the Challenge Cup will be the 4th team to represent the continent. So that is our vision. We equally have the same vision last year, but narrowly we got it missed by just a point. So we are still on it, and we are very serious for this season. And you see, it was because it has been long that Shooting Stars have been in the continent. And we believe we have all what it takes to get it. So it's a work in progress.
Moving on from there, so that takes us to another question. You said something that it was missed out last year. So in view of that, how would you improve on the team's performance in the Nigerian Professional Football League?
Yes, definitely we have started that. Last year, if we look at some of these players that we have, we lost some of them, even when the team is ready to retain them, because their contract has expired. And when a player's contract expires, he's a free player and he's free to go to anywhere. So we have some of them, like about 5 or 6 of them went to African countries just because of higher pay, not to any of the Nigerian teams, but to African countries. So in view of that, we need to bring in some legs and fortify the team. But you see, these are the set of people that have not been playing together before now. So we know, and that was why we went into this playing tour trials before the start of the season. So, but we know in a very short time we will get it better than what we are having now. But we have been able to fortify the team. Yet we are still going to do more when we know our result at the middle of the season. Then we see what we can do to improve again. Because for now the legislation has go, so you cannot bring anything.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Inferring from what you have just said, sir, we can still we can say that we are still talking about football management.
Yeah.
We are talking about football management. So how do you retain your top players? How do you retain your top talent?
The only thing you can do
what are the strategies?
The only thing you can do to retain your players is to make sure you sign them for about 2 players. But you see, there are some senior players that you cannot retain for 3 years, because all what they are after is they want to play in Europe, they want to play in other African countries where they will get more money. There are some African countries that they can give them 2 million per month. We cannot give them. So if they have an offer, or they are negotiating with their agent to get them an offer, so by the time you want to sign them, they will say they are signing just 1 year. And you can only use money to reduce them. Say, okay, if you are signing 1 year, it's 1 million. If you are signing 2 years, it's 2 million or 3 million. That money can say, okay, let me sign for 2 years. And that does not mean that if he has a trial or if he has an offer, he cannot do. Everything is on negotiation. But we are doing everything that will be convenient for them and the Shooting Star management to have a good working relationship.
That takes me to another question, sir. Talking about relationships, there is bound to be conflicts. How do you manage, or how do you intend to manage such when it arises?
Yes, you see, our behavior is to move closer to them, because we also play this game. So you meet with them, have a good rapport with them, have good relationship with them, so that if there is any friction, you will be able to know on time. Even from the training, not even match proper, you may have the information, or you may get to know that there is a little thing. And after training, we make sure we sit back, either call the management or call the technical group or call even the particular player or players that are involved in such situation, and resolve it for them. There's no way we cannot have issue. Yes, we are bound to have issue, but if they are minimal, we need to make sure we settle it so that it's not going to affect the performance of the team.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your time and thought. The program is still iFlyer. The program is iFlyer from the Oyo State Ministry of Youth and Sport. We are transmitting live from the JSM studio at the Ministry of Information and Orientation. Please stay tuned. And on we have a special guest in our midst, and he has been speaking to us on football management. He's no other person but the #1 football icon in Oyo State, the present chairman of 3SC, that is the Shooting Stars Sports Club, popularly called Aloore Warrior. He is Honorable David Babatunde Olaniyan. Moving on, sir, let us quickly talk about leadership and governance. How do you lead, or will I say, how would you lead the club's executive committee and stakeholders? What are your intentions, your intents in leading the executive committees and stakeholders?
Yes.
How do you bring them together?
No, it is very, very important that we work hand in hand. As the chairman of the team, I don't do things alone. I always carry my people along, and I think a lot of people can testify to this. Even the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports can testify to it, that there is no any point in time that I don't carry my DFA, my admin, the coach, the GM, I don't carry them along. If I am not around, they can say much about what is happening in the team. And I think the same thing with these stakeholders, that is the FA, the supporters club, the SWAN, and so many other people that who are recognized being an individual stakeholders. We carry them along, we take advices from them, so that, because football success is not a one-man success, it's a collective success. So we must carry them along, and even where we have issues, yes, we give and take. We can't have it all. We give and take where we think there will be an issue. But we are working together, and that is why we are progressing.
Thank you very much, sir. You have already told us that football success is not just a one-man business, it's a collective one.
Yes.
And that takes us to another question, that how do you manage conflict of interest and disagreements among stakeholders? You've already spoken to us on how you do that of the players. We're talking about the stakeholders. How do you do that? And I will couple it with another question.
Okay.
That how do you engage your fans? Talking about the community, the fans and the community, how do you engage them?
You see, we engage some of these fans through so many platforms. We have so many platforms. We have so many supporters club. Some are known to people, some are not known. But this is a privilege to mention some that are not known. Because if I've been in an individual or private station, I may not be able to mention them. It will be as if I'm advertising.
This is a government station.
So there are some supporters club, viable supporters club, that are really working towards our progress. We have University of Ibadan supporters club. Most of them are lecturers, professors, doctors. They have their platform and they are educating people on our performance. We used to meet them, tell them our programs, and they give us advice. I'm added to their platform, so I know what is going on. So at times when they need answers to some issues, yes, I will explain to them. We have Ibadan City Polytechnic Supporters Club that are normally coming. They are also helping us a lot. They are students, and they will come to stadium in their coastal bus with shooting star replicas and bands. So they have always been supporting the team. These are part of the supporters clubs that people don't really see, but we know they are supporting us. And not to talk of individuals that will come all the way from Ishain, Ikiri, Ilesha. There are some people that used to come from Ilesha anytime we have match. If they cannot go, they will sleep over.
That sounds interesting.
From Ijebu, so a lot of them. We know quite some of them. My number is available to a lot of people, so they can ask me questions, they can do a lot of things. But it is always very difficult when you are at the field and you are addressing the team of supporters. No, we don't. But at times we do press pilot to bring in the journalists and explain the situation of things, and we give time for questions so that whatever they think they should know, yes, we are going to discuss it together, so they will have to disseminate these information to the public. So because a public assignment, so you don't have to run away from them. You must, they will need answers to some questions, and you have to.
Thank you very much for your time and thought all this well. And moving on now, we would like to talk about a crucial aspect, talking about financial management. How do you sustain the financial stability, and what strategies would you be implementing, knowing fully well that the economy is not smiling at this present moment?
Well,
sorry, sir. And in addition to that, how would you increase revenue streams? Because talking about sponsorship, ticket sales, I wouldn't like to suggest, but let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Well, this is a government thing, and it's not very easy. Government is not spending on football alone. But however, the little we have been given from the government or from our budget, we are making sure that we are giving priority to the players' salary and their welfare. Because if we want to get results, their salaries and their welfare is more important than any other thing. Details to the vehicles that we are using. You see, we are always on the road, and these vehicles, we have issues because the vehicle you are taking day in, day out to travel. Okay, they are on their way to Nasarawana. They left day before yesterday, is on 7 days on the road. At times we go on 10 days on the road. So the wears and tears are there. Not to talk of fueling now. Not to talk of fueling now. We are still agitating to the governor that yes, our subvention needs to be that, so that at least as time progresses, all these things needs to be, because you may never know. Any time we are out of alright, you buy fuel at different prices. Different prices. It's only here that you can say, okay, this is the price of petrol. So if you are making a budget for a trip, the budget is either here or here, because anything can happen along the way. Even if we have a breakdown of vehicle, it will affect even the accommodation problem, because where you're supposed to have a stopover and sleep, you may use another extra day. An extra day means a lot of money for all of them. That extra. So that's it. Then the issue of revenue. You see, we have been trying, what God has been able to do for us since I've been on board, is that we have been able to bring back fans to the stadium through our results, because that's the only way you can bring fans to the stadium. When you are doing well, a lot of fans will come to the field, and you'll be surprised that now, even when we play at night, you will still discover that we have a lot of spectators on the field, and that is because we have been seeing some improvement in the team. So, having realized that the government has been able to let us know that we need to do something about our revenue. So very soon, very, very soon, we are going to introduce an e-ticket method, so that it's going to help our revenue drive, because we know quite a lot of people are watching our matches free of charge. Free of charge. Free of charge as in, it's not that we are opening the gates so widely open, but because there are a lot of our gates are so porous, and some people that we say they are entitled to be at the stadium at free will are so much. And let me count them. If we have like 4 or 5 supporters club, and each of them are having 50, 100, 150, 200 members, all those people wanted to come into the stadium free of them, free of charge. The Sports Writers Association, as long as they will say, okay, they are entitled to come into the stadium free. All coaches association, all referees association, all ex-footballers. So now.
So how do we copy that?
So we are going to copy with this e-ticketing. So the e-ticketing will give chance to a very few numbers of individual associations. They can be rotating it, but we can't accommodate everybody into the stadium free of charge, because the stadium is paid with a good shield of money, and we're supposed to at least have a better revenue from it. So I'm not happy if we are not having a high revenue from the stadium. But firstly, bringing back the fans, then giving them good football, then yes, we can now look into that aspect. And I know very, very soon we will get there. So that when we have an e-ticket ticket, you can top it. If you want to enter through the 500 naira gate, you know, when you go there, you can't use that card to enter in 2,000 naira, because you will not have enough money on the ticket. And if you can't use the 2,000 naira ticket on 5,000, so it depends on where you want to go, but then you top it. Just like what is happening in Ometutun bus. When you top up your card, so you are free to use it the way you want. So, and with time, we get to that stage, so that normalcy and decorum will be at the stadium. Yeah.
Well done, sir. The plans are good, and I pray it comes to fruition. So, talking about the financial sustainability, the other time you said that you want to maintain that the salaries of the players are being paid, and also the contracts. And we talk about the economy, we talk about the loopholes you're having. How do you intend to sustain that, so that it will not bring about conflicts, it will not bring about your players wading off to other places?
You see, when you have money, you can do and undo. There are players of 1 million naira per month. If you don't have money to get a player of 1 million naira per month, we look for either 700, 800, 500, 600. With the availability of funds that we have, because you need to look at the continuity of the payment. Oyo State is known for prompt payment of salaries and amendments. So, and we have been maintaining that. Even our coach will tell our players that, look, Oyo State can kill you with salary when it comes to your salary. Because even if government pays on the 18th of every month, we are going to pay.
Let us give it to our GSM.
So we are going to pay at the same 18th of that month. But at times I've seen a situation when coach said, Chairman, please don't pay now, don't pay now. Why? Because there are matches in front, and if we pay that money, you know these boys. Yes. It will get, and it will get to a stage before the end of 25, they will say, we want to borrow money, we want to do this. There's the money to borrow them when they have lavished their salary. So at times, but we know we can beat our chest that even if we are not the best, we are one of the best in terms of salaries and welfare of our players.
Thank you very much, sir. We are still talking football. The program is iFlyer from the Oyo State Ministry of Information and Orientation. iFlyer is a program packaged by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And today we have a sports icon in our midst. I have told us earlier, but if you are just joining us, he is Honorable David Babatunde Olaniyan, the present chairman of 3SC, the Shooting Star Sports Club, also known as Aloore Warriors. He has been dishing out their plans and strategies in football management as well as the leadership and governance of the club. Moving on, sir, I would like you to quickly talk about how you want to enhance the club's brand. You told us that you have a platform and you have so many supporters. But how do you intend to enhance the club's brand and reputation as well as its visibility?
Shooting Star is a good brand and a very good brand. But there are issues. We have the name, we have the platform, we don't have the structure. I won't lie to you. Shooting Star is over 60 years of existence.
Wow.
But you cannot believe we don't have an office of our own, an hostel of our own. And this is because the focus may not be there, or they might be thinking maybe it is just football. But it is more than that now. Somebody that is coming to brand with you, or that are coming to have a negotiation with you, we want to know what you have on ground. And what I mean is, the office we are using at Jericho is a rented apartment till now. The houses that our players are using is a rented apartment. In fact, we've just gotten a building of 6 flats for them now.
For a club of over 60 years.
Yes. So these are part of what we must try and do in earnest. So that if we have an hostel of about just 40 rooms, it's okay. And if we have, even within the same compound, we can have our office, we can have a conference room, we can have a 6-a-side playing pitch within the same place. And a lot of money that we are spending on hotel or on rentages of all these things will not be there. And then anybody can come and partner with us. We know that yes, we have something on ground.
And that takes me to that partnership question. How do you intend to collaborate with partners and sponsors?
Every season we are always very open to sponsorship and to partnership. But bureaucracy of a thing at times is hindering these actions. And at times the economic situation of the country is also affecting it. Last season, towards the end of last season, we discovered that we have Nigerian breweries that came to partner with us. We are actually looking for sponsorship with them because they are very big corporate organization, and we discovered that if they can give us like 100 million, 200 million, it will be very much better for us with what government is doing. Government cannot do it alone, but that will take a very large part of some of our programs. But at the stage they said, okay, they cannot do that now, but we will come and partner with you. They came before the end of the season, maybe 8 matches to the end of the season. They came in, they are buying about 100 or 200 tickets, giving it to our fans free of charge. They are buying our replicas, giving it to our fans for free of charge. And they are, for every home match, they are picking most valuable player and giving them at least 100,000 per match, entry most valuable player, and giving the team 700,000. So that is at least something rather than when we don't have anything. And we equally have the partnership of peculiar consults. Yes, and that one we make sure we involve His Excellency, that we have so thing, and it's going to partner with us with 20 million naira, basically for match bonuses of the players. And the government approved it, so we got the money, we did the branding on Peculiar, so that if you see Peculiar on a jersey, that was why you see Peculiar. And throughout last season, none of our players could tell us we are going in match bonuses.
That's a plus for the association.
This is part of what the players needed. If you are not paying them salary, don't hold them bonuses. That bonuses is more important to them than their salary, because they know you can't hold them salary. And it's a motivation for them when you are giving them prompt bonuses. And that is what we have been doing. So we have equally sent letters to a lot of organizations for sponsorship this year as well. In fact, some people said, okay,
this year is almost gone.
It's never gone. No, they can come in at any time. Even at the federal level. Yes, they are allowed. If we see sponsorship that will not jeopardize or that will not affect the ongoing partnership, yes, we can bring such people in. So it doesn't matter. We have our sleeves where people can still branch. We have a lot of places, even the stadium can come and branch on their company's name, and we go ahead. We negotiate, is it for 2 seasons or 1 season renewable? So we are open to people, but they will keep promising till when the season will start, and football does not stand for anybody.
And you will keep pressing until you achieve what you intend to achieve. So. Well done, sir. Now let us talk about match day experience. In a recent development, specifically yesterday, there was a match between Bendel Insurance and the Shooting Stars, which was an away game. But the performance was below expectation. It was below expectation. Are you saying
it's below expectation on your own opinion?
Or should we say that the resulting effect?
Or because we did not
perform to
win that match?
Let us hear your view on that. Let us hear your view on that, and let us
that would be unfair if you said it's below performance.
Below expectation.
Yes, we are not happy about the result.
Okay.
We are not actually happy about the result, and we are trying to just make sure we put it behind us so that we can remain focused. Because for everybody in the team is not happy. The technical crew, the boys, because just a minute to the end of the game, a minute to the end of the extra time. After 90, okay, a team that played 90 minutes, they said they performed poorly. 90 minutes without goal, away. Then additional 5 minutes extra time. So it was at the 4th minute of the extra time they scored.
Just a minute away.
You see, this is football. It is not over until it is over. When you don't have final result, it's not over. You see, I console myself with one thing. The same thing that happened to us yesterday happened to Insurance last season when they came here. The goal that we used to win that game was at the injury time. If you look at it, the goal that we scored was at the injury time, scored by Taiwo Moritala. So that is football. So, you see, to us, we can fight ourselves that yes, where do you put our game management when it comes to a very few minutes to the end of every hands must be on deck to make sure that yes.
So in other words, how do we improve on the match day experience?
We will now go back to drawing board.
Yes.
We will go back to drawing board and see, okay, this is what has happened. How do we lost that match? What actually happened? Where does the mistakes come from? Is it from the defender, the goalkeeper? So we have to be. No team will not want to win this game in the first half. And forgetting that when you go and pick a point somewhere, somebody wanted to come and pick a point or 3 points from you too. So
it's a competition.
It's a competition.
Even though it's a game of unity and love.
If you, it's not a small thing. What happened to us yesterday wasn't it? Because that 1 point should have taken us to 6th position instead of being in 12. Because we are at 8. So that's 1 point should have taken us to 6. Because from 12 to I think about 5 teams is on the same point. We are on the same point. 5 teams. So if we are having that 1 point, we know we are that will have yes. And that is what they call football. But we have put that one behind us.
We move.
Yeah. So but I'm sure we will get there.
Surely. We have to be optimistic. The program is still iFlyer, a program packaged by the Ministry of Youth and Sport. We are transmitting live from the GSM studio from the Ministry of Information and Orientation. You can join us on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com Aloore Radio, and on our YouTube page, Aloore Radio. Our website, www.alooreradio.com. Also, the studio lines are opened if you want to call in on 090-3985-3731. I take that again, 090-3985-3731. Moving on, sir. Let us talk about infrastructural developments. We talk about the club not having a permanent site.
It's very important.
For over 60 years.
It's very important.
So what do we do, or how do you approach the government to attend to that? Talking about the infrastructure.
Is it the record I met on ground shows that there have been some administrators that have tried so much to make sure that where we are staying now, that is we got it leased from the Odua.
Okay.
Because the property is being owned by Odua and it's being managed by Wema, but now we've equally sent series of letters to them, intents to them that we are ready to lease. A lot of people in that area met shooting star there and they have leased their plots for them. So we have discussed it with His Excellency, and it was even in our budget that as soon as we got their letter, then we place an offer for the release so that we can get it purchased. We have done the survey of that place. It's over 1 acre. And we have done the architectural design of what we want to put there.
And it could be converted to the permanent site.
Yes. But you see, I don't know what is happening with the board of Odua. They can't tell us they don't see
proposal?
Letters. Sometimes early this year or sometimes late last year, they send a letter to us increasing the rent of that place from 400,000 to 1.5 million. We have paid 1.5 million for this year. But on what we just saw some adverts putting it for these developers to come in. And we are waiting, maybe they will come and drag us away from that place after paying for the rentage. and showing our intention that yes, we are equally showing interest in getting
I
that.
think the higher authority has to step in at this moment.
Well, this is a government agency. If you have the opportunity of calling the board chairman or the secretary of Wema Board as well, yes, that this is what we have said. If you call me, I will come, and I will bring our files to let them know that these are letters that we have written, and that we have even paid for this year's rent. So, and we have equally informed the government through our budget that okay, we need so amount on our capital project, so that this is what we want to use it for. So the government has not said, well, when you get the offer, the money is not there. But we haven't done that.
That makes me, sorry to cut you in, sir. Do we have a plan B aside this present one?
That is what we have for now. That's what we have for now.
To make it a permanent.
Yes. And it's better for us. We have been known to that place. Even all our addresses, our emails is being directed to that place. If anybody is coming, our officials are coming looking for us there, and we are good tenants. Even when you have a permanent your own residence and you want to sell, you first consider your one of your best tenants that has not been owing you because you want to sell. So I think we should be the first person to
be
consider.
considered.
Yes.
For such a line.
Yes. So I don't know. And I've called, I'm tired, because there was even a time after paying our rentage, I wrote a message to the secretary that I know there that's, well, despite all efforts, we decided not to pick my call again. And he said, please, I'm going to call you in the afternoon. I'm going to call you later. Later is not later till now. So we are making effort, but I can assure you, if the government is able to take a step further, we will get it done.
Thank you very much, sir. You know that the community are always looking up to 3SA in Ibadan here, as well as its environs.
Is that too?
Do you have any approach to bring about promotion of grassroots football? Is there any approach you have in place to launch the promotion of grassroots football?
Not that we have approach. When I came in, the first thing I did was to make sure we bought a slot of an amateur team.
Okay.
So we have Shooting Star Team B, and we have the categories of under 15 and under 19. In fact, we're supposed to play the Nigeria Youth League under 17 and no, under 19 that they are playing now. But we withdrew from that before the beginning of that competition. They started last month. When we went to Abuja for that draw, our first game was supposed to come up on the 24th of September. The second game the following week at Aqua. And with the present budget that we are taking, we can't sustain it. I was thinking maybe something can be done, but I realized, look, it's better not to go into it than to go it and just got stuck at the middle of it. And if you withdrew at the middle of the competition, you will be fined 10 million naira. So it shows, as the seniors are traveling, the juniors will also be traveling. And we are grouped in Group A, which is the Southern Conference. We have about 15 teams there, and we play both home and away. But the better aspect of it, or the gain in it, is that some of these players will be selected nationally, and we take them out for scouting program last time in Nigeria. But you
Okay.
see, we did our best to remain, but we could not. Because if they are traveling to Aqua, they will need to have an hotel accommodation. They will need to, just as we are doing to the senior team. And our budget cannot
accommodate such as the time as this.
But notwithstanding, we still have coaches being paid for from the same budgets and being employed from with the same government that is manning our team B. So if at every year now we are playing LLO 1 and we've played about 2 times now. We did, in fact, the first time we represented the states from all LLOs. So now they are still going in for about 2 competitions again, and we are taking, the essence is that we are grooming these boys so that we'll be taking from them to the senior team. And we have about 4 of them that we have taken
out of the senior.
So that is the community aspect, the grooming aspect, because there is no good team that will not have a development program. That's our developmental program. We must oversee them, look at them from time to time and see who we can bring in, so that it won't be every year we recruiting from outside. So from there we will, and from there, if we have some of our boys that are very good enough, at a very younger age, we can get them to Europe from there, and that will be an additional income for the team from time to time.
Yes. And that takes me to the next question, sir. How would you foster a club culture, knowing fully well that Ibadan is the base of shooting stars? That is why they are called Aloore Warriors. Is there a way you are strengthening your ties with the community, and how will you foster a club culture?
You see, these apart what we have been explaining, we must be known for consistency. Shooting Star must not be a team that will at every time of the season struggling to leave relegation zone. No, we must always be among the top 5 at every time. So it's a consistency. So everybody that wants to do anything with us, we always want to do, because they know your standard. So if I'm not there tomorrow, the person that is coming will know that yes, there is a standard and must build on that standard. So details to so many. Do you know what you are saying is even applicable to the players that are coming here? When you are recruiting a player, that player must have heard a lot about what Shooting Star is used to. That Shooting Star doesn't know salary. Shooting Stars are commendation, no, superb. Shooting Stars are their indemnity, their whatever, no. Shooting Star at December they get 13 months. These are part of what some of these players have been able to understand about Shooting Star. So they don't have any fear in coming down to Shooting Star. But where we used to fight is, look, give us the adequate results. Not that when we get you signed, you will now be managing yourself. No. So that consistency must be there. And when people know that with us, they will always want to do anything for us. Anything. Look, there is an individual that gave us 100 packets of bottled water this season. An individual. So so if we are doing well and we are closer to them, they will do a lot of, yes, they will do a lot of things. And if somebody can see that this man gave them 100 pack of bottled water, okay, what can I give them? Okay, like there is one an Ibadan indigene, not residents here now, but has kitted our team B twice now. he has catered the team B twice. That is community based. So we are equally looking to others, and our doors are open, so that even if you say I should come, I will come on behalf of the team, so that we talk and we listen to whatever you want, advice you want to give us. And in any area that anybody feels can help the team is welcome, because we can't do it alone. We can't do it alone.
Oh, yes. Thank you so very much, sir. And on a final note, in a few seconds, even as we are about wrapping up, I would like you to tell us a significant challenge that you had in football management and how you overcame it in a few seconds before you give us your final word.
Yes. When I came in, it doesn't easy with human being to accept changes. I have some innovations and some ideas in how I think the teams can progress or can be having results. But you see, to some people, they believe, no. That's how we have been doing it. It's not easy. But with time, we are getting to understand each other. Before now, some people believe that shooting star is our own. You must bring your child, you must bring your child, you must bring your child. But I discovered I play football. And when you have in a team, if you have just one bad player, that bad player will make you lose that. Not to talk of when you are having, we have a particular name that we call them political players. When you have a lot of political players in the team because they are from different people, then the team will not move. Because all those people, you can't use them. But because it's from individual people, and they'll be taking salary. And in facing these people out, you need to face a lot of problems. So I faced a lot of problems with it, and I can tell you categorically that it has not been eradicated completely, but it has reduced drastically, and it has been giving us what you want. I always tell people, when you see a good player, let us try, but not you must take him, no, because we want a result. And you see, shooting star does not mean it has to be all Ibadan boys or all Ibadan. No, whatever that will give us a result. If it is Igbo, if it is Hausa, that's what we need. It is shooting stars name they are carrying before their personal name. So, but we thank God, we are getting ourselves gradually, and a lot of people have been able to see that, okay, all this this man wants is the best result. And I used to tell my coach, I don't need favorites, and I don't have favorite. My favorite is result. As much as I'm getting result, yes, I'll be happy with the government. They won't say, who is the player? Yes. So, but with time, we get used to it, and people will understand that it is only when we are getting a good result that everybody will be happy.
We have to wrap up now. Thank you so very much. That's been an engaging time. Viewers and listeners at home, we hope that you have really enjoyed today's episode of the program High Flyer. It's a broadcast program from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the program is being transmitted live from the JSM studio, the Ministry of Information and Orientation here in Oyo State, Agodi Secretariat, Ibadan. You can watch us from Facebook, www.facebook Aloore Radio, and on our YouTube page, Aloore Radio. Also the website, www.alooreradio.com. And our studio lines are available. For now, 09039853731 if you have any question to pass across. Our guest today has been the present chairman of the 3SC, Honorable David Babatunde Olaniyan. We appreciate your time and thought, and on behalf of the management, as well on behalf of the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Orientation, the Permanent Secretary, and the entire management staff, we appreciate you, sir, for coming. We thank you for your time and thought, and we hope that when we call on you again, you will surely akin to our call. It has been an engaging time, and you have given us an high hope now into so many aspects. Football is a game of love and unity. Let us continue in love and unity, even as we promote the spirit of sportsmanship. I am Opeyemi Oguniyi, your uncle for the day. Thank you very much.